Cal approaches the line. Second down, 6 at the 20. The pitch. Sofeli, big hole, cuts it back in. Sofeli, touchdown.
And you've got to love it when your big guys get out in front and block not just one, but pick up 2 guys for you. You'll see Schwartz on the left side of the line, offensive tackle. You're going to see him get out in front of Sofeli. And he pulls. Watch this block. Not just one, but he takes 2 Beavers out of the play and clears the hole for Sofeli just to walk in at that point.
Great drive again. A momentum changer, a heartbreaker for Oregon State.
Tavecchio misses the extra point, and the struggles on the point after touchdowns continue as Tavecchio now has missed 6 on the year. But E.C. Sofeli, a 20-yard touchdown run, and Cal leads it 20-6. High snap, drop play. Stevenson brought down. Josh Hill behind the line as Stevenson maybe got back to the line of scrimmage. And good pursuit by the Cal defense. Also Guyton helping out Hill.
We're in that critical spot right here where you're inside the red zone. Beavers have been there twice, got 2 field goals tonight. Actually, the second one wasn't even a red zone field goal, but Beavers are there. They've got to score 7 points.
And they changed the play calling a little bit. You notice they packed the box. They put everybody inside. If I'm Oregon State, I don't want to put a lot of yellow jerseys inside if I'm going to run the ball. I want to spread the field and then try to attack.
Mannion on second down. Throws for the end zone. Intercepted. Cal. Off the deflection. It's DJ Campbell with the pick.
Great awareness by Campbell. Fantastic play coming over the top. I believe it was Sean Cattouse making the play in the end zone.
And the senior from North Las Vegas with his 2nd interception of the season, and a tough break for Sean Mannion.
Beavers have driven it all the way down the field as you take a look at Campbell. Here's the shot. Oh, nice play.
Steve Williams, who made the play on the backside, getting that arm in there.
So California forced the turnover again. That problem for the Beavers. Bears lead at 20-6 here in the 3rd.
Could become a force to be reckoned with. Tedford said earlier this week it's a team significantly better than their record of 2-7 coming into this afternoon's game. And Mike, you might be able to elaborate a little bit on a school that is building their program. You mentioned last week that
down yet.
Mustafa Jalil applying the pressure. The true freshman, his first career start.
This looks like a soccer.
Here's a fake. Hecker throws. Mitchell hit behind the line, and Cal snuffs it out. And they'll have outstanding field position.
From the defensive end position, he put on a little weight. He's really had a solid junior year. He'll be back, too.
Maynard throws, spinning. Hagan with the catch. The former receiver who's now a tight end with a gain of 10. Stopped just shy of the first down at the Beaver 44.
And he gives them to the one that gets a discount, too. How's that?
They're down in a yard. Anderson bursts through the line. Penalty marker is down. Anderson 20. C.J. Anderson 5. Touchdown California. But let's check the flag behind the play.
Great run. Unfortunately, I believe that's coming back for a hold on the outside. All against a good defense.
On 3rd and 11, Maynard looking for Allen. Draws a penalty marker. Ryan
might be offensive.
Yeah.
And I'm a quarterback. It didn't look like there was any defensive pass interference on that on my initial look at it, because Allen was trying to fight back across. It was just good position.
Well, it was good position. Defensive backs got to get some benefit of being or making a good play, but they're not going to do it that way. They actually have a rule that say he was actually interfering with his opportunity to catch the ball. You know, how you can do that and be in perfect position is beyond me.
Pass interference by the defense, number 25, not playing the ball with early contact. 15 yards, automatic. First down.
Yeah, Mark Banker looks a little confused.
No
not
kidding.
playing the ball with early contact.
The redshirt freshman from Oakland Tech over in the East Bay, Ryan Murphy.
And remember, there's no such thing as face guarding.
I don't see that.
I don't agree with that call at all.
Last week in the win over Washington State. Here's a lateral back to Allen on the move. Allen turns it upfield, and Keenan Allen gets back to the line of scrimmage.
And it was never, bad sportsmanship, but it would get him in trouble because he'd be doing extra on plays and he'd be finishing plays.
Boyer calling for a fair catch. Bears try to get out of the way, but they draw a penalty marker as Steve Williams right there in the face of Boyer, and that will be catching interference and a likelihood against Cal. And already a short punt that frankly wasn't a very good one by Anger, and it'll give Oregon State a little bit more breathing room.
Catch interference on the kicking team, number 1. 15 yards, first down.
Yeah, you're not allowed to stand in the receiver's armpit as he's catching it, which is where Williams ends up standing right there. That's a little bit too close.
He can loop it over a linebacker. He can put some zip on it.
Deep ball, Mannion for Rogers. And Williams breaks it up incomplete. 12th California penalty for the game, the 3rd against Williams on this drive alone. Stevenson, the handoff, fights toward the goal line. They're saying he's down before he got across. 2nd down and goal, Oregon State. Clayton York is the fullback. Mannion, quarterback sneak, stops shy of the end zone. 3rd down and goal. 39,602 at AT&T Park, making some noise. 3rd and goal, Oregon State inside the 1. Fumble! California has the football. Sean Cattouse.
Right after the play, we saw Jovan Stevenson put his hands to his head. I can tell you what happened here because as a quarterback, I've done this. I've been a part of this. Your tailback sees the hole before he gets the ball. So we run right here and freeze it. Stevenson sees this hole. It's wide open. He's going to get wide early. Mannion's looking for the normal mesh, and he can't get that ball in there. He's looking to hand it off, but Stevenson pulled away and got too wide too early. And that ball goes on the ground, and that's the 2nd turnover in the red zone in 2 drives for the Beavers.
Oregon State was inches from pulling within a touchdown. California at their own 4-yard line. 10:45 to play. Cifelli picks his way out to the 10.
Great run.
Cifelli sitting at 999 yards on the year. Career best 160. Cifelli goes over 1,000 on the year. 1st down out to the 17.
Look at the difference in the scores.
Maynard in shotgun, low snap, slings it out to Jones, and Marvin Jones out across the 20 to the 23. 6 more brought down by Poyer
for Oregon State.
Cal in no hurry, leading at 20-6. Maynard throws Jones, 1st down, spins out of a tackle, then tripped up by LeGrone, and Marvin Jones out to the 32. Moves the chains. 1st down, California. And by the way, Cifelli going over 1,000 yards. It's the 9th time in the last 10 years the Bears have had a 1,000-yard rusher, and Cifelli runs for another Cal 1st down.
I haven't seen many better than Cifelli this year. He is really moving.
And running hard. 5'8", 190 out of Salt Lake City, and he is making the great cut. Look at the straight arm on this run. The little back, and here's a guy that people were describing as this flanker, the out of the backfield back, the guy who's part receiver, part running back. He's running like a big back right now.
Here's again the give to Cifelli. Out to midfield. 6 more yards, E.C. Cifelli. 185 on the day, demolishing his previous career best. Last week, C.J. Anderson gives Cifelli a breather. Midway through the 4th quarter. Cal 20, Oregon State 6. Here's the pitch. Anderson breaks a tackle from Cameron Collins. C.J. Anderson, some tough running. Rustled out of bounds by Josh LeGrone after a gain of 12 yards.
Have you noticed the field has a tilt towards Oregon State's defense right now because Cal's running backs are running like they're running downhill. They're running hard. They're squaring their shoulders. They're showing great balance. A great running game cures a lot of problems.
Low snap, and Maynard gives it Anderson. Blasts up the middle. And he has another Cal 1st down and a pickup of 10.